Everyone sees the success, but few know the story behind it. This is the life of the GOATs. He barely spoke, yet his talent roared across the world. This is Lionel Messi, the silent genius. Our story begins not in a grand stadium, but in a humble home in Rosario, Argentina. A small, quiet boy named Lionel was born with an extraordinary gift for football. From the moment he could walk, the ball was practically an extension of his body. He'd glide past older, bigger kids on the dusty streets, his feet a blur of motion. But this prodigious talent was shadowed by a challenge that threatened to end his dream before it even began. At just 11 years old, Messi was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency. It was a devastating blow. The treatment was expensive, costing nearly $1,000 a month, a sum his family simply couldn't afford. Local clubs that had marveled at his talent turned their backs, unwilling to invest in a player they deemed too small, too fragile. It felt like the world was telling him he wasn't meant to be. But inside this shy, reserved boy was an unshakable will. His family, believing in his dream as much as he did, made a life-altering decision. They would leave everything they knew behind and move across the ocean to Spain, all for a chance. FC Barcelona had seen a glimpse of his magic and offered to cover his medical treatments if he joined their famed youth academy, La Masia. It was a gamble, a leap of faith into the unknown. Arriving in a new country, separated from some of his family, the young Messi was lonelier than ever. He was so quiet that his new teammates initially thought he was mute. They'd whisper and wonder about the tiny Argentinian boy who barely uttered a word. On the training pitch, he was often underestimated. Coaches and players saw his small stature and doubted his ability to compete in the physically demanding European game. But then, the ball would come to his feet. And in those moments, silence gave way to pure, undeniable genius. He didn't need to speak. His football did all the talking. Every training session, every match was a statement. He let his mesmerizing dribbles, his impossible goals, and his breathtaking vision answer every doubt. This was his turning point. The moment he realized his actions would always be louder than any words. This quiet resolve became the foundation of his legendary career. When he made his official debut for Barcelona's first team as a teenager, the world took notice. Then came his first senior goal, a moment of sheer audacity and brilliance, assisted by the great Ronaldinho. It was as if a torch was being passed, but even as he rose, the whispers continued. He's too small. He'll get injured. He can't handle the pressure. Messi heard it all, but he never responded with bravado or declarations. His response was on the pitch. He didn't shout about being the best. He just played like it, day in and day out. And what a response it was. Let's talk about a legacy that redefined the word greatness. 8 Ballon d'Or awards, more than any other player in history. Over 700 career goals, a number that seems almost fictional. Countless league titles, domestic cups, and Champions League trophies. He became the heart and soul of Barcelona, a symbol of the club's philosophy and success. He didn't just play football, he revolutionized it. His low center of gravity, which was once seen as a weakness, became his greatest weapon, allowing him to weave through defenses like a phantom. His vision wasn't just about seeing the next pass, it was about seeing the entire game 3 steps ahead of everyone else. But for all the club success, one dream remained elusive: glory with his beloved Argentina. For years, he carried the weight of a nation on his shoulders, facing heartbreaking defeats in major finals. The criticism was relentless. Some questioned his passion, his leadership, his very identity as an Argentinian. They said he wasn't Maradona, he wasn't a loud, charismatic leader. He was just the quiet boy from Rosario. He endured it all, returning year after year, his determination unwavering. And then, in the twilight of his career, came the ultimate redemption. First, the Copa America victory, his first major trophy with his country, lifting a burden that had followed him for years. And finally, the pinnacle, the 2022 FIFA World Cup. In one of the greatest finals ever played, Messi led his team to victory, completing his footballing story in the most poetic way imaginable. It was a triumph not just of talent, but of perseverance, The quiet boy who was once told he was too small stood on top of the world, a champion for all time. He proved that you don't need to be the loudest voice in the room to be the most impactful. His humility, his dedication to his craft, and his sheer relentless consistency became his trademark. He inspired millions not with grand speeches, but with the silent poetry of his play. So, what can we learn from the silent genius? Greatness isn't loud, it's consistent. It's not about the flashiest celebration or the boldest statement. It's about showing up every single day and letting your work speak for itself. It's about facing doubt and adversity not with anger, but with quiet resolve. Your talent, your passion, your dedication, let those be the things that make the noise. Let your actions leave the mark you want to see in the world. Legends don't need applause. Their legacy speaks for them. This was Lionel Messi's Life of the Goats. Thank you for watching. If you were inspired by this story, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories about the greatest of all time. We'll see you in the next one.